This is a quick video about the new features that are in Google Meet. So now that you're in Google Meet, you'll see up here at the top that there's this new icon, and it's called Activities. You click on that, you should see 3 new activities. In some cases, there's only one, but by now, most all of you should see all 3 of these activities. The first one is breakout rooms, and I'm going to make a separate video about each of these. But breakout rooms is essentially you can make small groups, but you as the teacher still control them, and you can hop into any of them, but it allows for small group collaboration. There's polls, so you can find out what others think about a topic. This can also be used for multiple choice and a formative assessment, just to make sure that the students are getting what you're teaching as you're teaching it. And then Q&A, you can either pose open-end questions and then students can type back, or you can flip it around and use it as it's more or less intended and have the students be able to answer or ask questions by typing them out. It's a little bit different than the chat because not everybody sees it, only you and the student that typed it sees it, so that some students might be hesitant to ask a question because they don't want to look dumb or whatever. So the Q&A is also helpful in 2 different ways. So that's the activities. I'm gonna X out of that. And then here at the bottom in your 3 dots, you have a Jamboard, open up a whiteboard. And again, I'll make a video about that. Basically, you can share a whiteboard with your students that either only you can draw on or that you can also allow them to work on. In the layout, you can now have up to 49 students visible, or 42 on my screen, depends on the size of your screen. But now that issue of not being able to see all of your students is now solved. So that's a new feature. Another feature is turn off background blur. This is mostly going to be for your students that might not have the nicest home environment and want to kind of disguise their background a little bit. It doesn't put up a virtual background like in Zoom where you would have people on tropical islands, but it basically makes it so everything behind the student is blurry. One note about that is that it usually only works on kind of the higher end devices. So if a student's working on a really old Chromebook, it might not work so well. But yeah, so those are the main changes that are being pushed out in Google Meet, and I'll be doing a little video for most of them. Thanks.